Hello, this is going to be a new video series or list, Pandas for beginners. So on episode 1, we see Welcome to Pandas, and we will be working on Google Colab. So a brief intro to Google Colab setup. So what is Pandas? So Pandas is a Python library for working with data in table form, rows and columns, like a spreadsheet, but with code. It's what data analysts use every day to load, clean, and analyze data. By the end of this video, you'll have built your first Pandas table. So let's get to it. We're going to be coding in Google Colab for this entire series. If you've never used it, perfect. I'll walk you through everything right now. So open your browser and go to Google Colab. Once you are in here, click New Notebook. Okay, this is a Colab notebook. Think of it like a Word document, but instead of writing essays, you write and run code. It's made up of cells, and each cell can either code or text. For example, this is a text cell, and print this is a code cell. Run it. So when we run this cell by either pressing Shift Enter or pressing this little arrow, the output of what's in this cell appears right below it. And text cells are just to make code clear. This is a new text cell. And then more code. Print hello world. And here's the output of this cell. One good thing about using Google Colab is that it already has Pandas installed. So to use Pandas, we just need to import it. Import Pandas as PD. Here we go. Import Pandas tells Python to bring the Pandas library into this session, and as PD gives a short nickname. Instead of typing out Pandas every single time as we use it, we will only type PD. So let's insert another cell and run print pd dot version and run list 2.2.2. This is some magic code to let us see on what version of Pandas we're on. So as long as we're above 1, everything we'll see here will work. So let me delete this cell and add a text. I'm just gonna copy some text here. Close. A series is one column of data. Name has this column of data, and a data frame is the whole table. Let's start with the series, the simpler of the two. A series is basically a list of values where each value has a label. That label is called the index. So let's create a series of the crew's bounties. Bounties equal pd dot series and in parentheses. So it takes in a list. So let's add a list, and then here we add the data for this series. So 30 million, 60 million, 16 million, 30, 77. And I think that's it for this. So let's run this. This little green arrow means this ran okay. So let's, in a new cell, print bounties. And here we go. The index I talked about and the data. And here it specifies what data type, what this series is made up of, what data type, and in this case it's an integer. Just as a little note, these underscores are a little Python thing. Number letters are just visual separators. Python completely ignores them. So back to our series. So we got the series, and on the left, the index. These are automatically assigned by Pandas. We can change it to something that we specify. For example, comma, index equals, and takes another list, Luffy, comma, and then I will just paste the rest like this. So if we run this cell and then we run the print again, here we go. Now this is still a series, but the indexes are these strings. We can look up specific values like this. Print bounties $60 million berries. I think Zoro already had a bounty before Luffy. I don't know. Okay, let me erase this. So a data frame is the full table. Multiple columns all lined up together. The easiest way to create one is from a Python dictionary, so let's do that. So let's first create the dictionary. Crew data equal to a dictionary. So now let's add key value pairs. Name, empty list for now, comma, role, comma, bounty, comma, and a boolean has devil fruit. So we created an empty table. Well, right now we created a dictionary with these are the keys and the values are just empty lists. So let's add data to each of them. I'm gonna copy paste so I don't take too long writing this. So here's the names, here's the roles, and it has to be 5 items, so it has to be squared. So each list has 5 items. So now with the pandas library, let's crew equals to pandas DataFrame of the dictionary crew data. And let's print out crew. And here we go. So here's our table, 5 rows, 4 columns. This is a pandas data frame. A couple of things to notice. This column of numbers is automatically added by pandas. This is the index. And each column holds the same type of data. Okay, now in Colab, in particular, or in Jupyter style notebooks, we can print or we can display the table, the data frame, in another format without the print statement, just by returning the name of the data frame like this. And it gives us a nicely formatted table. So let me remove the print from this cell. And so we just look at the nicely formatted table of the Google Colab. So one of the most important methods for pandas data frame, this is very used all the time, is head. It returns the first 5 or 10, I can't remember, but you can specify how many in case the data frame is very big. So for example, if we specify as the argument 3, it only displays the first 3. And its counterpart tail displays the last 2. Another very important method is this one, .info. This gives us a summary of the whole data frame. Column name, 5 non-null data type object, which means string. Role, 5 non-null bounty, 5 integers, and has devil fruit booleans. Memory usage. So recap, we imported pandas, we created a series, then we created a data frame, And this is the foundation for what Pandas is. It is also a basic intro to what Google Colab is. So in the next video, we will go a little bit deeper on the series and how to create them different ways, how to slice and index into them, and how to do math on them. So thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next video.